If you like to explore endless dungeons, searching for loot that will make your characters improve in combat against a variety of enemies as you complete objectives for your campaign, you've come to the right place. Today, we'll give you our top 5 dungeon crawlers, going through a brief explanation of each one of them, as well as the 3 things that we liked about them. Hi, my name is Nick, and we are Tabletop Duo. So grab your favorite drink, and let's start! For number 5, we give you Dark Souls the board game by Steamforged Games, with the revised rules that comes with the 2 core sets that just got released, the Tomb of Giants and the Painted World of Ariamis. In Dark Souls the board game revised edition, you play replayable campaigns composed of 10 encounters, being 8 of them randomly picked from encounter decks and 2 bosses. One boss is fought midway through the campaign and the other one at the end. In the encounters, you will face classic Dark Souls video game enemies in a combat that is very visceral and that if you don't pay attention to what you're doing, it will lead to your party's demise. Each encounter has its own objective, which ranges from killing every enemy on the board, exploring multiple rooms to reach an exit, defending a location, and so on. On top of that, you have some special rules and event cards that will spice things up, making each encounter challenging and fun to play over multiple campaigns. You play as one of the video game character classes, improving your gear, weapons, and deciding if you want to play melee or ranged, if you want to be a tank or a glass cannon, and if you want to do physical or magical damage. The game can be played from 1 to 4 players, but the core set comes with only 3 characters, so if you want to play with a 4th character, you will have to buy another core set. Combat is played by throwing the dice. Some dices have better odds, so the better the gear you equip, the better the dices you get. But what makes this game shine are the boss battles. You fight iconic bosses from the board game like Nito and Priscilla, and the bosses have their own behavior deck with powerful attacks you must memorize to avoid dying soon. The bosses use their arcs, which are represented by these divisions, to decide which nodes they will attack, and some attacks even have weak spots for players to hit. The 3 things we liked about it is the replayable campaign that's much more fun to play over and over because of the random event cards and objectives, special rules, and the amazing boss fights. They're really fun to play with. We have a lot of videos on Dark Souls the board game, so I will leave the link for the Painted World of Ariamis review right here. Our number 4 goes to Resident Evil 3 the board game by Steamforged Games. The board game is based on the classic video game by Capcom and can be played from 1 to 4 players. You can play a campaign or just a regular match, and the enemies and items are all based on the video game and their miniatures look really cool. In the campaign, you have to complete a variety of objectives that resemble the ones you have in the game, like finding the jewels for the dial and so on. You explore the city by going from tile to tile, and players have 4 actions that can be done in any order. A character can spend all of their 4 actions moving or shooting or picking up an item, trading, and etc. The characters have a limited inventory, so you have to be very strategic on what you are carrying with you. You can also combine weapon parts to build new weapons, just like in the game. Combat is done by throwing dice, and every time a character plays, the zombies will move around. You start with part 1 of 3 scenarios, and you choose which one to play. As you explore, you find items that will unlock new parts of the scenarios, and you can decide which one to play. There is a notion of threat level in the game that makes places more dangerous, and as you go, you are constantly chased by Nemesis, which is the main villain. The 3 things we liked is the fantasy of being in the Resident Evil universe that is really strong and well conceptualized. The second one is the fact that the game is easy to learn and play. And the last one is the campaign system, which is really fun to play, and the choice of locations create a sense of exploration in the campaign. If you want to know more about the game, you can check also the link over here to watch our review. Now, are you ready to embark on a wild adventure full of monsters, magic, and mayhem? Then grab your sword, spellbook, or whatever else you need, and get ready for our number 3, which is Gloomhaven Jaws of the Lion. The game features a campaign mode where 1 to 4 players progress through a series of scenarios, each one with their own objectives and challenges. During each scenario, players will move their heroes around the board, exploring new areas, looting treasure chests, and fighting fierce monsters. Combat in Gloomhaven is turn-based and tactical, with players selecting which abilities to use from their hero's unique deck of cards. Each ability has its own strengths, weaknesses, and effects, making it important to choose the right combination of cards to take on each encounter. As players progress through the campaign, they will have the opportunity to level up their heroes, adding new cards to their deck and unlocking powerful abilities. They will also be able to purchase new equipment and items, further customizing their characters to fit their playstyle. Overall, the gameplay in Gloomhaven Jaws of the Lion is very deep, strategic, and rewarding, and the game offers a wide range of challenges and customization options, making it perfect for players who enjoy immersive and engaging board games. Now for the 3 things we liked about it, the first one is that while Gloomhaven, the original game, has the reputation for being a complex and challenging game, Jaws of the Lion has been designed to be more accessible to new players. So the game features a tutorial scenario that introduces players to rules and mechanics, and to the hero classes as well, and they have been streamlined to make it easier to understand and play. The second thing we liked is that the scenarios are easy to assemble since the dungeons are printed on 2 books. So you just open the scenario page, pop up the monsters, the traps, and the other tokens, and you're ready to go. The third thing that we liked is the rich customization. The game offers a wide range of customization options, allowing players to tailor their heroes to fit their playstyle. Each one has their unique set of ability cards, and you can choose which cards you're gonna add to your deck as you level up. The game also features a variety of equipments and items that can be purchased and equipped to further customize each hero. If you like what you hear from our number 3, Gloomhaven Jaws of the Lion, we'll stay on the Gloomhaven universe with our number 2, as we get ready for more epic adventures with the original Gloomhaven board game. While the 2 games share similarities, Gloomhaven offers an even deeper and more complex gameplay experience with a massive world to explore, dozens of unique characters classes to choose from, and hundreds of quests and scenarios to complete. The game features a rich storyline and intricate lore, with decisions made in earlier scenarios affecting the outcome of later ones. With a wide range of customization options, challenging combat, and endless replayability, Gloomhaven is a game that will keep you engaged and entertained for countless hours. The game is designed around a branching storyline that takes players on a journey through a variety of scenarios and quests, battling fearsome monsters, discovering new treasures, and uncovering the secrets of the world. Players take on the role of one of the 17 unique character classes, each with their own abilities, strengths, and weaknesses. But not all of these character classes are available at the beginning. Throughout the game, characters gain experience, level up, and unlock new abilities, spells, equipments, and eventually even other classes, when a character retires or you do some choices as you complete the campaign. The game offers a wide range of customization options, allowing players to tailor their characters to fit their playstyle. Gameplay is based on a card-driven combat system that rewards tactical play and carefully planning that is deeper than the one you see in Jaws of the Lion. Each turn, players select 2 cards from their character's deck to play, which determine their actions for the round. Then players must carefully manage their resources, balancing their needs to deal damage with the needs to stay alive and to support their allies, basically. The game features a massive world with dozens of locations to explore, including dark and dangerous dungeons, ancient ruins, and mysterious forests. As the players progress through the game, they will encounter a variety of enemies, each with their own strengths and weaknesses. The dungeons are built with a series of tiles, and the game has a lot of legacy elements. And all of this comes in a massive box that weighs 22 pounds or almost 10 kilos. The first thing we liked about the game is how unique each character plays and how fun it is to go to combat with them. Every time you gain a new character and the one that you were playing is about to retire, which happens with every character that completes their goals, you get that excitement of like which character to play next and what are going to be their abilities. The second thing we liked are all the legacy elements. Depending on the scenarios you choose to play and how you perform, some choices will make you pivot towards one path or encounter different scenarios every single time. This is really fun and definitely a highlight of the game. And the third thing we liked is really the diversity of the scenarios that you're fighting, and even though you have some scenarios that like the objectives might be similar, the way you play really feels it's unique and tailored, like you have a bespoke experience for each one of those scenarios. And now we're gonna go to our number 1, which is Nemesis, the board game. Nemesis is a board game designed for 1 to 5 players, set in a sci-fi world where a group of space travelers wake up from cryosleep to discover that their ship is infested with hostile alien creatures. Each player takes on the role of one of the crew members, each with their own unique abilities and objectives. The game is divided into 2 phases. The first is a cooperative exploration phase, where players will move around the ship, search for items, complete objectives, and try to survive the attacks from the aliens. The second phase is the event phase, where new events and several ship mechanics kick in, and the players have to work together or against each other to complete the events, put out fires, or deal with more aliens. What sets Nemesis apart from other board games is its focus on player choice and emergent gameplay. Each game is unique, with players choosing their own objectives and working together or against each other to achieve them. The game's innovative mechanics allow for unexpected events to occur, leading to moments of high drama and tension. One of the key mechanics of Nemesis involve hidden objectives and traitors among the players. Each player is given that personal objective I mentioned before, and they must complete to win the game. But some players have a secret agenda, and that involves betraying their fellow crew members, for example. The game also includes various items and weapons that players can use to defend themselves or to attack. In addition, Nemesis features stunning artwork and high-quality components, including detailed miniatures of various crew members and aliens, and the game also comes with a variety of expansions that will add new content and options for replayability. Overall, Nemesis is an amazing board game that offers a thrilling sci-fi experience full of unexpected twists and turns. Whether you are a fan of science fiction or just enjoy tense, strategic gameplay, Nemesis is definitely worth checking out. And the first thing that we liked about this game is the replayability. Like, every single play session is unique, from the exploration of this ship to the encounters with the aliens and also the events that unfold in the ship. The second thing that we liked is the high quality of the components. From the cards to the tokens to the board, everything looks amazing. And the third thing that we liked is how strong the co-op element is incorporated in the game. The enemies, they are powerful, and characters have very unique characteristics that makes working together really important. You can check our review and also the how to play videos by clicking on the video's description or by clicking on the link above. All the games we have on this top 5 are games that we played. So if you have other dungeon crawlers that you like and you feel they should be in the list, send the references in the comments below. And that's it for today. If you like these videos, check these other ones here on the right. We have a ton of reviews and how to play videos of your favorite board games, so stay tuned in our channel. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye!